What's going on, folks? This is Jeff doing StrongLifts 5x5. This is workout B. That's squats, overhead press, and deadlifts. Date is 4/17, and I'm speeding right through the warm-ups, which is the 45, 95, 135, and the 185 squats, just to get my knees all warmed up and everything. I'm going to try to do this without writing any notes down. Just going to go off the top of my head. Hopefully I can go through without stuttering and mumbling and all that stuff. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, I've been working on my form, trying to tighten up the legs. I think I've widened up the stance just slightly, just outside of my shoulder blades, just so that I can get a little bit more comfort. Every person's squat is different, so I'm trying different ways to get the formation down, partly because I don't want my knees to pop, and so I can keep my high bar squat a true high bar squat instead of this weird hybrid thing that I developed over the weeks. And I want to make sure that I got the right depth and everything. So I'm working on all that stuff, trying to stop my head from bobbing up and down, because for some reason at the bottom of some of the squats I tend to lean my head forward. So I've got to make sure that I don't do that. So here we go with the first working set. I tend to have like this jump that I do just to psych myself up and get ready for the squat. And this is what, 230 pounds? 230? Maybe 235. 235. Yeah. I have it in the captions. So far so good. It's getting really heavy though. And I know and I understand why the program calls for a one set at the end for deadlifts. Because man, those two workouts alone, those two exercises alone can get pretty taxing, and after this 2-plate thing, and maybe it's just mental, but 225 kind of sets that bar for me where it's like, okay, we're getting serious, this is pretty heavy, and yeah, it feels pretty heavy. The breaks are getting a lot longer. I went from 90-second breaks to 2 to 3 minutes now, and I'm thinking about moving over to working out at night now so I can get some food in me throughout the day, which will kind of give me more energy and get me more psyched up to work out than it is to do first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I know fasted cardio is always preferred, but man, lifting without any food in you is pretty hard, And now that I'm back to like these heavy working sets, it's pretty taxing. So yeah. Either that, or I might have to work out extra early. Wake up extra early, get some food in me, and then go. It's a good hour and a half from when I wake up to when I finally step foot in the gym. So that might be something I gotta do. I don't know. I'm recovering from a cold. Apparently, the incubation period for getting a cold is 3 or 4 days. Mine was a week after Coachella. Started coughing on Friday like crazy. And it didn't help that I went to another showcase. I went to something called LED, which had Dylan Francis headlining on Friday. And last night I got to see Nero. And Nero put on an awesome set. I didn't get to see their set at Coachella, which I was kind of disappointed in. But seeing them last night really made it up. I really love dubstep. And dubstep's kind of like a dying genre right now because trap's taken over, but now hardstyle's taking over trap, and I'm hearing a lot more people playing hardstyle stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. It's exciting to see what will happen at EDC and what kind of music they'll be playing. But yeah, festival season's on, and I'm well into it. Finding colds, popping Dayquils, just trying to get through the day, through the weekend and stuff. Today's Sunday. That's when I'm doing the voiceover, and I'm taking today easy so I can get some rest and finally, do more recovery. Yeah, I think the next few weeks I will be on a break from any festival activities just so I can get more focused back on more of the lifts and stuff. Because it's affecting the lifts, and the diet and all that stuff and the rest periods. So here's the last working set of the squats. I think I tried to move my elbows down also to be in line with my torso, but the biggest thing that I'm trying to work on now is to get that right formation down. That's kind of normal, kind of conventional. Maybe I'm not using the right word for conventional, but just a normal looking high bar squat where my knee doesn't pop. And I've gotten to the point where it's almost there, and the warm-ups help. now that I'm doing more of the heavy side of the warm-ups to get everything kind of really, get all the joints loose and lubricated, I guess, and get blood flowing through the tendons and the joints. It's helping. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, whenever I get to do the workout, I'm gonna do that again and just get a better warm up. So here we go with overhead press. Man, 115 is heavy. God, I was so happy when I hit 195, but man, I am gonna dread it when I hit 120 on this thing. I think the last working set weights that I did was like 115 to 125 back before I started StrongLifts, and you know it's a lot of work. I've also got to work on my form because I'm not moving the bar in a straight path, right? So the footage here today, from Friday, revealed a lot of what's wrong with my form, and I think I was watching Mark Ripeto's video about how to do overhead press, and he kind of leans back a little bit. So I'm gonna start doing that. Do a little bit of a lean back, and then just push straight up. The problem is when I try to do that stuff, I lose my balance. So I've got to figure out foot placement and core placement when I'm doing this lift, because you can see it right here, ever so slightly. It's got the same bar path as my bench press. You know, like that curved down 7 formation. So I've got to work on doing a straight line by leaning back a little bit. Does anybody notice that my outfit today kind of looks like a Mega Man type theme? You know, I've got blue everywhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll dress up like Mega Man next time. We'll see. I think I'm known as that guy that would dress as funny in the gym now, which I don't mind because I know I'm killing it with the workouts that I'm doing, and that's all that really matters, right? As long as you get your lifts in, you know, you do what you need to do to get it done, and then you're out, whatever, right? At least that's what I'll tell myself. Okay, here we go with the last set of the overhead press. Yeah, I have not much to say. I mean, I've already went over it. The bar path, center of balance, that's what I really need to work on, and it's getting heavy. It's getting pretty taxing, so I don't know. I think I've got to work on really resting up, you know. The nutrition's still pretty good. Got to make sure I stay consistent. Got about 60 days before EDC, which is the June target date where I wanted to hit 180. I think realistically now I might be 185, but we'll see. We'll just keep going at it because consistency is key, and that's the only way you can start keep the weight going down with the cutting stuff. So here we go, the deadlifts. I came in at the deadlifts and I was super tired. I was gonna only originally do 3 sets, and I actually only did 2. And I know I'm only supposed to do 1, but I don't like just doing 1 set and then leaving. It just feels kind of weird. So with these deadlifts, it's taking a lot longer now because I'm resetting every time I drop the weight or put the weight on the floor because I'm not trying to drop it. And I do that. I watch a lot of people doing deadlifts. They kind of roll their feet back and then forward, and I'm thinking that might engage the hamstrings. That's probably why they do it. Not so much for momentum. Problem is, what I'm noticing here on my deadlifts is my form. I'm not sitting down on the ground as far as I probably should, and it's probably partly because it's pretty heavy. So I think I got to work on being a little bit lower. That'll really engage the hamstrings more. So yeah, I think that's the next step that I'll be working on when we go back to workout B, which is this coming Wednesday. I'm actually kind of happy that this is going to be the week because workout A's are a little bit easier than workout B now. The deadlift is pretty hard now. As much as fun as I have doing it, I think I need a break from it. Or maybe it's just because of Coachella and I'm still recovering off of that. So that's it for day 18. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment up your feedback. Send me some plur vibes if you down and you feel that. And I'll see you in the next episode when I get back into rec mode. Thank you.